Coker's involvement in the Organ and Tissue Donation Sunday really began back in 2007 when I had a need to get a kidney transplant.
In 2003, my husband of 28 years was killed in a motorcycle accident. That's how I got introduced to organ donation. It was something that my husband and I never talked about. So I didn't know, should I or shouldn't I? I decided yes, I would. At that time, that was in 2003, and at that time, I had no idea in 2008 that I would become a recipient. Because of the transplant, I get to see another sunrise. I get to see another sunset. I get to celebrate another birthday. I don't take life for granted anymore.
Well, we got a phone call from our daughter-in-law that she had had him taken to the hospital, and he was not in very good shape.
I've been aware of the organ donor program for years and the good it's done, but frankly, it was not top of the mind. It was sitting on the back burner. Mm-hmm. And then this situation hit us rather fast.
Losing a child is really difficult, but it did take the sting away that a sudden death like that has. I would hope that the people who were a recipient would have a fullness of life and come to know that it is a gift from God to share.
As we look back, it's probably the finest decision we have made in our family lifetime.
Organ and tissue donation became a part of our life when Jessica was 12 years old, and Jessica was our oldest daughter, and she gave her first speech ever for the Optimist Society and told us what optimism meant to her. And optimism to her was that out of the worst of life situations, something good could come out of it. And her decision was to talk about organ and tissue donation. Jessica was involved in an automobile accident. Jessica was thrown from the car and lived for 6 days in a coma, and we knew what Jessica would want. I don't think that I would ever tell a family that because you donate, that organ and tissue donation makes accepting death easier. I think what it does is that as a family, it makes you believe there was some purpose that came out of something that doesn't make sense. It's a giving, truly the gift of life.
My sister received a kidney 2 months ago after being on dialysis for 2 months, 2 years, after being on dialysis for 2 years. She's totally different now from the way she was the past 2 years, and so I've got my Jody back. I'm glad. It is important to me to go ahead and be a donor because I see how that gift can totally give back to someone else and later.
Today would be just a first step in the donation process to go over to the gym and fill out the paperwork and say you're willing to be tested or you're willing to get more information. I hope everyone in our congregation, guests and members today, will take the time to go over and meet the healthcare professionals and get information to know how you could give the gift of life to someone else.